What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another home video. That is right, there has been a big update announced that's going to be pushing very shortly that goes over a ton of really positive changes. Let's break this down.
Scraps here, so give it up.
My dead body.
Okay, so aside from the kit reveal that we had for both Elladan and for the upcoming Elrond Legendary event, we have had confirmation of when Elladan's kit is coming. Well, not his kit, sorry, his marquee event is coming, and it's going to be tomorrow. Yeah, so get on that, ladies and gentlemen. He is one of the characters that you can use at 5 stars to unlock Elrond. If you are not going to be getting it this time, it will require whaling. Then plan for the future. That's always been my mantra here. If you're not getting Elrond first time, plan to get him when he comes back, probably in about 3 months time, but we don't know. So his event is dropping tomorrow. It'll be exactly the same as the Adwen event. That means you're going to have 4 tiers where you gain 25 shards apiece off of Elladan, and afterwards you will need to have unlocked him and use him at tier 5 in order to finish the event. I think you can do another one at star 4, sorry, to gain just a few additional rewards. Now, I'm assuming that we are also getting the same pack that we got for Adwen, where you'll gain 80 shards and you can actually take him to 4-star, and that cost about $20. So those of you that are whaling, just know that you'll need to do that, and most likely purchase gems in order to buy his chest for 1,000 gems apiece, hoping to get some good luck. Now, may all the luck in the world be with you for that. However, there is so much more that was announced in this update that's being forced out tomorrow, assuming when Elladan's marquee event goes live. So let's take a look at it and let's extract some of the good bits of information, shall we? So we're getting a brand new store. It's called Shard Supplies. Essentially, any character that you have maxed out at 7 stars and you continue to gain shards for, they will be converted to an additional currency. In Galaxy of Heroes, this is called Shard Shop currency. I assume it's going to call the same sort of thing here. Can't imagine there are many people that have got maxed out characters with 7 stars and are now going to start gaining additional shards, but this is a long-term investment, guys. This is for, you know, people in a year's time after they've gotten all the characters and they start earning additional shards just through the daily drop. Currently, the only thing that we have confirmed for this store is going to be blue gear and ability materials. Whether or not we'll be able to get the legendary ability materials that so far have only dropped from these marquee events, we don't know. Time will tell. We've also got the confirmation of the date for Elladan. Like I said, it is starting tomorrow at 8 AM Pacific time. Not sure how that converts to my current time, and honestly, I don't mind. It'll go live when it goes live. You need to be a minimum level 30, so this is exactly the same as the Adwen marquee event, guys, okay? Once you've hit level 30, you'll have access to the account. You won't necessarily need to do anything. You won't need to gear the character, not until you go for tier 4 of the adventure, and you'll unlock the 3-star Elladan there. You can get the 5-star Elladan for the opportunity for bonus rewards, which, as we've seen before, are going to be a couple of 100,000 in the gold and then a couple of ability materials. So it's just a nice little bit of an additional incentive for those of us that shall be whaling. I shall be whaling because I would like to get my Elrond as soon as it's available. Fantastic. You can see here you get 10 luminous shards, you get 50,000 gold and 15k character XP. That's it for the tier 5. In tier 6, you will be gaining 10 of the epic ability materials, 500,000 gold, and 250,000 character XP. Now, the gold is actually super important because it costs so much gold just to get the characters to 5-star, and then you need to think about, well, I need to level them, and I also need to invest in their abilities, their gear, etc., etc. It all costs tons and tons of gold. So, right after we've had the finish of Elladan's event here, or yeah, simply a week after the Elladan event, where we've got the legendary event for Elrond coming. So we've got essentially 12 days before Elrond arrives the first time, but he will be sticking around for a week. These dates have changed since my previous video. I'm guessing APGAINS had a couple of issues with getting the information accurately across. But as you know, you need the 5 out of the 6 elves at 5 stars in order to unlock him. We're still not sure about how much gear is going to be required. I'm hoping it's not going to be too heavy. I'm hoping that sort of at tier 5 to unlock Elrond, gear 5, 6 should hopefully be enough. If not, probably gear 7. Hopefully not any further than that. but we'll find out soon enough. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. Links in the description down below if you want to see the event unlocked live. Alright, okay, so just to reconfirm, you need to complete Tier 5 in order to unlock Elrond. But there is still more. You can see when you beat the Tier 6 and the Tier 7, you still get an additional 250 and 500,000 gold, which is quite nice. That's the gold that you'll need to unlock those additional stars, and then just a little bit extra. Now, they are actually doing some updates to prior packs, so if you've already whaled and bought some of the packs, you're actually going to get a little bit of a kickback here. I think Capital Games took a look at their packs and they realized they really do not give us enough gold. So instead of piddling 10,000 gold you'll be getting from these sort of things, you might be getting significantly more. I don't think it really goes into too much detail outside of the marquee event. Instead of giving 15,000 gold, it's now going to give 100,000 gold. So hopefully the Elladan marquee event will give you 100,000 gold if you buy his pack. And hopefully those of us that bought the Adwen pack are going to get a kickback of, what, 85,000 gold as well. That would be rather helpful. So if you bought the Hobbit heroes, the Treasure Hunter, the Gear It Up, the Dark Power Horizon, the Strider Gear Bundle, and It Takes All Kind of Heroes pack, or any of those, you should get a little bit of additional gold in your inbox, so keep an eye out for that. There's going to be a brand new guild campaign chapter released very shortly, of which I am eternally grateful. If we are to go over to my Lord of the Rings game over here, and we were to check out the guild campaign, you can see that I've actually reached the end of Sector 4. Now, I don't know if I've hit the level requirement so far in order to unlock Chapter 5 of the guild campaign, but it's very, very useful to prep to do so. Every single chapter offers progressively better rewards for simming than the previous chapter, and it could be the source of our legendary ability materials once it is available. So that should be going live tomorrow with the Elladan update. If you can, try to work your way through these guild campaign missions. Not entirely necessary to 3-star them, although that could be helpful down the road when they introduce additional characters to these nodes, but very useful to start farming Chapter 5, even Node 1, if you can 3-star that as soon as possible. Get better gold, get better ability materials, get better XP, all of that good business. So make sure you jump on that when you get the chance, guys. I know that I will be. Now, Elro here is getting a bit of a touch-up in light of Elladan coming to the game as well. So some of his moves here are actually getting a significant increase in power, which is actually pretty huge. I've only just started investing in my Elro here. I've got just a little bit of gear. Let's just go ahead and I'll show you where I am at with my elves at the moment in preparation for Elrond. So if we go over to Elf over here, you can see my Adwen is at gear 6, she's 5-star, Elro here is 5-star, he is sitting at gear 5. We've got Naramiri ready, say that 5 times fast, to go up to 5-star when I need her, and I'm not invested any gear in her yet. Same goes for Leliel. I decided that I wanted to invest in Lomion as my 5th character for the Elrond event. I decided I wanted a little bit more damage output. It remains to be seen who's going to be the best. I think it might be Naramiri, because having the additional source of healing could be useful. Leliel could be useful, an additional tank, but there's already quite a lot of tanking on this Elrond team, so I don't know. I went for Lomion because he's the DPS dealer. I would like a little bit of damage output on my team. But Elro here, his abilities are getting upgraded in light of Elladan coming to the game now. He is Elladan's brother, so it does make sense that these guys are going to have some synergy. Let's go and check out what changes are coming in then. So his special 2, Elven Vengeance, stamina cost of 4. At base level, attack the enemy 2 times for 85% damage. Each hit ignores 20% of the target's armor. If Elladan is an ally, instead attack the target enemy 4 times for 65% damage, ignoring 40% of the target's armor. Now, those of you that don't know, armor ignore, or defense penetration as it's known in Galaxy of Heroes, is actually enormous. I know we're seeing a 20% drop in damage per hit, even though we're attacking twice as frequently. Overall damage is better, but doubling up the armor penetration that you're doing is enormous, especially when you're hitting tanks with high armor. Being able to ignore that means the amount of damage that you do is significantly increased, so that's actually huge. And then at the maximum, that's going to be 120% damage 4 times, hitting 4 times for 120% damage, ignoring 50% of the target's armor. And if he's got a boon, he's going to gain stealth. So it's all pretty good on his special ability there, Elven Vengeance. His passive is also gaining a bit of a touch up here. So when an enemy attacks an ally with Provoke or Taunt, there is a 50% chance to retaliate. At the maximum level, that is a 100% chance to retaliate and some additional crit damage, which is huge. And if they attack, when an enemy attacks an ally with Provoke, retaliate against that enemy. If Eladan is an ally, then increase the retaliation damage by 15%, which is pretty huge. So those 2 upgrades alone make it worthwhile and certainly point to the ideal Elrond team being Elrond, Arwen, Elrohir, Eladan, and then that mystery number 5. I don't know who it's going to be. It might take a little bit of game testing to find out who the best fit is for that last slot. So if you are one of those people that are going to wait until the next version of oh my god. If you're going to be waiting for the return of Elrond in the next sector, then maybe just hold off on gearing your 5th character till players have figured out who the best one is. Like I said, I'm going to be using Lomion for now. Okay, so there are some bugs and improvements that have also been touched up and fixed in the game. Currently, the simming is all over the place. You'll be able to sim like 20 sims of challenges, but it will not actually let you complete them. You're obviously not supposed to be able to sim that many times. Even your hard-nosed sims will look like they can sim more. This is currently a bug in the game and it is going to break, or it is going to be fixed sometime in the near future. They've also addressed a ton of additional things here. I'm not going to just read these through ad verbatim. I don't think it's worth it. All I'm thinking right now is that tomorrow we are going to be getting Eladan. I will be unlocking him live on my stream. Like I said, come check me out on Twitch over there. And we'll be getting Elrond, hopefully on day of release, maybe a little bit long, maybe a bit further. It depends on how lucky we are with the drops for our good boy Lomion. Alright then guys, that's going to about do it today for the update in Heroes of Middle-earth. Let me know down below, are you getting Elrond? Are you going to wait until next time? And will you be using Eladan as your character of choice within the team? And if not, who are going to round out your Elven squad? Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and big love.